I'm your Foreign Affairs Specialist Joshua Fung, and I'm here to talk about the Peace and Stabilization Operations Program. According to the Government of Canada's website, the new PSOP, aka the Peace and Stabilization Operations Program, will run for 3 years and have a budget of $150 million per year. This program was built on the experience that START had, which is a program that the PSOP will be preceding. START, which stands for Stabilization and Reconstruction Task Force, and its job was to promote peace, stability, and security. The main goals of the PSOP is to stop violence, provide security, and create space for dialogue and conflict resolution. It will do things like fund projects around the world, deploy police officers and civilians with certain expertise in areas that are needed, provide life-saving humanitarian assistance, and participate in the long term. By being involved in this program, it will also give Canada a stronger diplomatic voice in the UN. The article written by Michelle Zillo states that by following through with this program, it will help to make Canada more prominent in the UN and at the same time will benefit other countries. This will also allow for the deployment of 600 Canadian troops to help around the world, and it will also provide funding to send 150 RCMP officers around the world to help out countries. She says that the job of the RCMP is to restabilize fragile or conflict-affected states through the reestablishment of effective public institutions such as police services. This is a great program because it will help to strengthen peace and security around the world. On the other hand, the article written by Thomas Junot states that the PSOP is basically the START program with a different name. He states that the new Peace and Stabilization Operation Program merely replaces Global Affairs Canada's existing and quite successful Stabilizations and Reconstruction Task Force, which is START. While only slightly modifying its mandate, it does not even significantly increase its baseline funding. So, what he's trying to say is that this program isn't actually what it may seem. Yes, all the things that the PSOP has to offer is good, and Canada should be doing these things, but it's basically the same goals and the START program was doing. He also says, even the early warning system to detect conflicts, a favorite of Mr. Sajan, is mostly smoke. Various units in the intelligence community and in Global Affairs Canada already do this. He thinks that this program is just something that was presented as a new idea when in fact it was just ideas that were reused and made to look new. The Government of Canada's website can be trusted because they are from the Government of Canada's official website. The information on there has been put up by the government, so it's highly credible. The article written by Thomas Junot is also a credible source of information because he is an assistant professor for public and international affairs and social sciences for the University of Ottawa. He has a PhD in political science and a master's in international relationships. He also worked in the Department of National Defense from 2003 to 2014 as a strategic analyst covering the Middle East. This shows that he has plenty of experience related to this field and his works can be trusted. Michelle Zillo's article is also credible because she has worked as a reporter for Parliament, double majored in journalism and human rights. Her specialist areas are foreign policy and immigration, and she did a Farm Radio International internship in Ghana and was also an intern at Ottawa Citizen as a desk reporter. This shows that she also has lots of experience in this field and that her work can be trusted. So basically, one side of this is that it would be good to support this program because it will help Canada to get involved with the UN again, and it will benefit other countries by providing them with help and support. The other side of this is that the PSOP is just being used to get Canada into the UN Security Council, and that there is concern over the fact that the government won't release where they will be sending the troops, which makes it seem like the government's trying to hide something. I think that we should support this program and fund it, even though I agree with Thomas that it may just be reused old ideas, but since 2013, Canada has lost the political impact it had in the past, and this program is a great way to get it back. We used to be part of the UN Security Council, which was the most influential sector of the UN, and Canada is viewed as a friendly country and also as peacekeepers around the world. But since 2013, we have been involved less and less in projects around the world, and by funding this project more, it could help get Canada involved in world affairs again and rejoin the Security Council in the UN. I don't think that this is a problem if the government is trying to get a seat in the UN Security Council, because if that's what they're trying to do, they're doing things that are benefiting places around the world while achieving our own goals at the same time. I propose that the government continue to invest their money on the RCMP and soldiers to help keep the other countries safe. With higher funding, it creates more supplies for the soldiers and for relief supplies as well. It also means that with more funding, our soldiers are less likely to be killed because they will have more money for machinery and supplies to support themselves with. I propose that we get this money from the money that we are going to use to repay our country's debt. I propose this because with the current budget that Prime Minister Trudeau has set, we will be in a deficit of $29.4 billion. We won't be paying off that debt anytime soon, and if you compare $450 million to that, it's not much. The $450 million is also the budget for the PSOP for 3 years' time. So once the program receives the money, it won't require any more. This is only a small price to pay for our economy because we are going out and helping countries who are in a worse state than ours. This decision helps other countries become safer and more secure by putting our soldiers there on the ground. This will help to protect people from terrorist groups or provide relief to a war-torn country. Also, by being more active around the world, it benefits Canada by creating a stronger voice for ourselves in the UN and could potentially get us back a seat into the Security Council. This hurts our economy slightly because with the option that I proposed, it would increase the time that would be needed to repay the country's debt. Even though this may not seem beneficial at the beginning, the end result will benefit Canada better than using this money to pay off the country's debt.